Hey guys, it's Babs with Listen to Your Inner You. If you ever see me on another channel, it is not the original channel. My channel is called Listen to Your Inner You. My website is also called listentoyourinneryou.com. You can schedule sessions on there. I also have a little donation link in my description box below. I always love any support you give me, even just watching my videos and subscribing. I love it. Thank you so much for being there and helping me grow my channel. Anyways, today is about when am I going to get that stupid manifestation? I know it's not stupid. It's just sometimes we get so annoyed, right? And sometimes we get to the point where we know we're going to get it. Everything I tell you in my videos, I always say, stick to uncertainty, because uncertainty, you can actually find comfort in uncertainty, because there's no certainty in life. Nothing. Other than change is constant and a certain thing, nothing else is certain. There is no certainty, and I want you to find comfort in it. But maybe you need to accept that there's no certainty. I accept that I don't know. I accept that I'm uncertain. I accept that I hate uncertainty. I accept that I freaking hate uncertainty. I hate it, etc., right? Start with that, because I haven't met a lot of people who actually like uncertainty. I'm finally at the point where I'm okay with it, and I don't mind it, because uncertainty isn't always a negative thing. It is most likely a very positive thing, because uncertainty can bring you the most amazing things. Because when the universe delivers, when your higher self delivers, it always delivers better than you expected when you're manifesting something positive, right? We're not talking about the negative shit. So I want you to realize that I don't believe, and this is how I teach it, that I have any control over timing. I hate that I can't, everyone does, but the more we relax into it and going with the flow and changing these core beliefs that tend to make us worry about timing. And timing is often associated with attachment, because there is really no timeline. Timelines and time as we see it is different than it actually exists, right? I've learned from a different coach, and I've learned that timelines are parallel and back and forth and upside down. Time isn't linear as we perceive it. So why get hung up on the timing? When the universe, your higher self, can always take care of that. And you already have a very important job of figuring out what you want, and then letting go of the resistance, letting go of that attachment as much as you can, and then just enjoy your life. Enjoying your life and doing you is actually helping you detach. So when are you going to get that manifestation? Well, most likely when you don't expect it. Expectation is often an indication of attachment. And when you know that you will get it, you are probably kind of stuck in the second step. Step 1, focus. Step 2, do you believe it's possible? Step 3, resistance work. Step 4, detach, right? So often when you really know you're going to get it, you might be stuck in step 2, and you haven't addressed step 3 yet with all the resistance. That's okay. I teach it. You can book a session. Welcome. I would love to help you. Otherwise, I have all my videos up. So if you expect it to happen, you're probably stuck in the step before the resistance and attachment, because the more you detach and the more you work through resistance, the less you care about your 3D and the less you care about timing. Timing is irrelevant. You don't decide it, and you don't need to. The only time we really hung up on it and get upset about it is when we have attachment or resistance. So work on both. So really, when do you get your manifestation? You have no idea, but you usually get it when you don't need it anymore. And that is detaching. And I'm not saying that you just have to detach, because I think all 4 steps are very, very important. My manifesting steps that I learned from my other coach are in the video Manifesting Steps 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe I called it. So you want to work on the resistance releasing, and often you can find limiting beliefs, limiting stories in the resistance steps 3. And then in step 4, you remind your subconscious, hey, I don't need it. You don't need it. You will be okay without your manifestation. Usually the only time when we think we're not okay without the manifestation is creating attachment, but it is an emotional need that we need from the manifestation, meaning I need this manifestation in order to feel better, in order to feel that way, in order to feel loved, in order to feel successful, in order to feel not frustrated. We need something emotionally, and that is attachment, different from resistance. You need that emotional satisfaction from that manifestation. So you want to learn how to give yourself everything you're looking for from that manifestation. And that is actually detaching too. It's not that hard, but you also want to do the 1, 2, 3, 4 steps properly, right? Address everything, make sure everything is in place. That's how you can kind of tell where you're at in the manifesting process, is by going through the 4 steps. And by releasing these, if you have any limiting beliefs that come up or that you're currently working on, they actually cause resistance and attachment, because limiting beliefs such as I am worth it, very, very big. If you found my channel, please work on I am worth it. Huge belief that caused all the other core beliefs that I have taught so far. And then you want to work through other ones that came with it, right? So you want to work through these core beliefs if they come up. If you found my channel, you probably want to change your core beliefs. We can also help you identify them in a session if you want. We, as in me and me. I don't know. Anyway, apparently I'm multiple people. Anyway, you want to address these things because these core beliefs do, not just can, but they do create attachment, because you're lacking that belief. You're lacking that positive version of I'm worth it, I'm good enough, I'm deserving. Therefore, you're looking for it to get that feeling, to feel worth it and deserving, or whatever the belief is, from that manifestation, usually a person, often things too, and events and things and jobs and money, right? They all can be related to those beliefs. They are for me, they were for me. So you really want to work on these core beliefs. If you found my channel, work on your core beliefs and start with I am worth it. I'm going to repeat that over and over because you guys don't seem to believe me. But you or me pushed out and vice versa, and therefore you want to change this, right? If you find my channel, do this. Why not? Suffer for a couple months, it's all good. It's worth it. Anyways, you're going to most likely get your manifestation when you least expect it. Meaning you can, at 4:37 p.m., you can be attached and think about your manifestation. And at 4:38, you completely stop thinking about it and boom, your manifestation happens. It happens like that all the time. It doesn't mean that you knew it was going to happen, because at 4:38 p.m., you didn't know it was going to happen. At 4:37, you were convinced it was going to happen. But maybe at 4:38, you're like, you know what? I don't know. And you stop thinking about it and boom, it comes in. Usually manifestations happen when you don't expect it, when you have released enough resistance, when you've worked through the attachment, and when you deliberately manifest. This is the work we do. When you don't deliberately manifest, because we always manifest things and we always want things and we always do this not on purpose, you automatically work through resistance. You automatically detach. That's why it often feels easier to not deliberately manifest, because you're not paying attention to the timeline. You're not paying attention to what is happening around you for it to build up, lead up, orchestration, bridge of incidents. You're not paying attention to that. That's why it sometimes feels easier to not deliberately manifest. But when you deliberately do, everything can feel like a burden. You're like, oh my God. Feels a lot more dramatic in the beginning. But then over time, the more you release resistance and attachment, the easier it gets, the less you care about the 3D, and the more like, chill, yeah, whatever, do my life, do me, cool. And then boom, it happens when you least expect it. I'm saying you can detach within seconds sometimes when you're far enough along and you've done all the work, and sometimes it just works that fast and sometimes it doesn't. There's a lot to it. Technically, there's a lot to manifesting on a technical level. It's A, really easy, and B, it's also very complex. But technically, it is easy. But when you start doing it, it can feel like it's hard or a chore or whatever, right? Usually that indicates you have resistance and or attachment anyways. But again, when do you get your manifestation? When you least expect it. I have never received anything knowing in that moment when I received it that I will receive it. that I will receive it. I have never, ever received a manifestation in the moment where I thought, I'm going to get this, and boom, it happened. No, I have had plenty of moments where I thought, I think I will get this, but I don't know. It feels like I'm going to get it. But then I stop thinking about it, and then 45 minutes, boom, it happens. In those 45 minutes, I stopped thinking about it, and I didn't expect it anymore. So expectation is often an indication of attachment. I hope this helped. Please, please, if you need any help, I try not to answer questions on my YouTube anymore. Please, please book sessions with me. It'll be a lot more helpful. We can figure out where you're at, what's going on, what the resistance is, etc., etc. People usually feel much better within the first session with me. And I love that because this shit works. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Bye.